podcast. Well, love is definitely a roller coaster ride with plenty of ups, downs, twists, and turns. But when you've been with someone for a long time, how do you keep the love alive? Relationship expert Jennifer Styers is here to help us out. Hello.
Hello.
Morning. We love talking about this topic. It seems like we all have something to say about it for sure.
Right, and all of you are moms, so you've all been through it.
Well, I'm a dad.
Yeah, right.
Not a mom.
Right. You know, it's an interesting topic because so often people let the relationship fall wayside when kids come, and there's always this balance that needs to be, that needs to be had in the relationship, and it's like, how do you do that?
I've said that a million times with my first marriage that I had my children with. You know, we're still friendly and everything's good, but we just kind of you just lose the love. And I definitely put the kids first before him, which I understand now is probably not the best thing to do.
I would say the majority of our friends divorced shortly after those kids started turning like 5, 6, 7 years old. That's when the group started really dispersing.
Right, and it's not that the love disappears, it's that it has to be spread out. We just have to remember that if we can go into childbirth remembering that it's about balancing, that man that once got 100% of the attention is now only going to get 50% or 70% or 32% or whatever way you balance it, right? So, but men have to be prepared too, because that's a big deal. It's a big deal for a man. I mean, men all of a sudden the attention's not on them. They don't have that woman doting over them. It's a big deal.
I feel like I'm odd because I actually pay more attention to my kids than I do my significant other.
Well, I know it's
like, I have a great
great
time with the kids. I have nothing in common with the woman I'm with right now.
Oh no! She watches. I did not hear any of that.
But I'm sure she'll hear it. I have nothing in common. I just don't, I can't relate to the conversations. And
Please tell me you're going to say, but it's the old opposites attract thing.
No, it's not, no. I'm miserable. No, I love my kids.
Like, this is a whole nother session over here. Like, we got. I was not. Let's talk to the ladies that have learned how to balance this.
What are some tips then? Because as I explained, you know, when Ryan and I have been married 13 years, dating, you know, we've been together 15 years, and at the beginning he's so hot butterflies, and now it's more of a I feel secure.
Right.
Or when he's braiding Bryn's hair, I'm like, oh, that's so hot. So how do you keep the love alive and keep those butterflies?
Well, I think the most important point is that number one, you need to stay connected. Whether it's having coffee in the morning, talking, also understanding that after childbirth that there's a period of hormones that they'll go down in women. So there's about 6 months where you have to expect that you're not going to feel.
Wow, 6 months.
Yeah.
My kids are 7.
I know. After a while, there's no excuse anymore.
Can we just say what you mean? I think is what you mean. Like the sex kind of goes away a little bit after you have kids.
And don't expect it.
Yeah, and there's a balancing out.
Her for it.
Yeah, and she's tired, and there's babies up all night, and she's feeding, and there's a new relationship that needs to be built. Like you said, like now dad sees mom or wife as maternal, as mom, and so there's a whole nother relationship that needs to be built. But I need to say this as a relationship coach. The one thing we need to bring in for relationships, to any relationship, is love. And when we bring kids into the world, what do we need to? We're trying to teach them all about life, right? The most important thing we need to teach them is about love and relationships.
Yes.
So it's so important that our kids see us loving each other.
Yes.
Right?
Setting the example.
Setting the example. They're watching. If we don't show them love, affection, touch, cuddling, all those things, they don't know what it is.
And they watch mom and dad.
They do. You're their teachers.
And the cycle continues. So Ryan's parents weren't very affectionate at all. And there was a time when we were dating, he would not even sit next to me on a couch because it was too close. And boy, did we have to get over that.
It's an enormous thing for people to understand. Put your relationship first. Everything else comes from that. So your kids need to see love. It teaches them, it shows them, and it makes them more affectionate, loving people.
And I've mastered fake hugging. Like, it's amazing. Like, I'm just kidding. I'm so tired. No, it's a fake hugging. If you really embrace, the kids think you're really in love. All right, I'm sorry, continue.
You're talking about the whole thing, right?
Oh, no. Honestly, in this situation, having kids has made us almost strangers. I have twins that are 7, my oldest is 10. With the twins, it was funny, we were so into the kids, obviously we love them, that after a few years, when the kids went with their grandparents, it was almost like we forgot what we even
know each other.
We didn't even know what to talk about.
Yeah, all got to rebuild. I think that's more common than people realize. I think it happens all the time when you bring kids into the family.
And what you worry about is after that goes on for a really long period, sometimes people grow apart and
let
they
it go
start
too
having
long.
different lives, and that's where we see
Yeah.
divorce come
So the
in,
lesson is
unfortunately.
reconnect, put your
Stay
relationship
connected, yeah.
first.
Relationship, love first. Yeah, your marriage first, and that's what your kids need.
Either that,
Jennifer,
practice
thank
fake
you.
hugging. I mean, so what is-
Thank you for that reminder.
to him.
That's good. Don't listen to Michael.
Don't listen to me.
More from Jennifer by going to our website, thebroadcasttv.com. Just click on today's links.